Hi, Tracy.
Hey there.
How you doing?
Bad.
Bad. Not bad. Or
I do have. I've been suffering from sciatica, and it has not been fun.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I
How
know.
come?
I don't know. I never had it before. It's been a long road.
Yeah, see.
Like the last 3 weeks, can't sit down, so I have to stand up all day.
Oh, oh.
I'm
That's
getting better though.
That's good.
I'm gonna try riding my horse tomorrow. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, yeah. I should stand up more than I do actually. I have a stand table, but I don't use it.
Yeah, I know. That's how I am too. I have one
Yeah.
too, but now I'm using it.
Yeah. See. So let's see who will join us today.
So we need to have a TOC rep.
Yeah.
And I don't
And
know
I
if
saw you volunteered,
Andrea,
right?
yeah, I said I would do it, but Andrea's already on this, so he should just do it, and then I'll take somebody else.
Oh, but he's I mean he's the TOC lead as well. I'm not sure if he should be the representative or the
I don't see why
what is it
not. I
called?
don't think there's,
Sponsor, right? It's called.
yeah, I don't think there's any restriction around the TOC
Maybe not.
lead.
Yeah. But could the TOC lead be the same as the chair of a SIG? Sorry, I mean, could the sponsor be the
There's
same as the
no,
chair?
not that I recall, there's no restrictions. It says if you're one, you can't be another.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe. But I think that he answered that it was great if you did it, or I don't remember now.
He may have. I have not been
Was it
checking
last
my
week?
emails as regular as I should, and then I go through and I try to do a bunch of them, and of course I end up deleting ones I shouldn't.
See if I can find it. It's not it. Where is it at? No, it seems he didn't respond to it. Okay. Where is everyone?
I don't know.
I know that Andrea wrote that he won't be able to join. But I was hoping
Well,
some more people to join, at least.
yeah, wait for a minute. Maybe just
Yep, yep.
call it a day.
Yeah. How are things in Ortelius and Persia, by the way, these days?
We're getting interesting. We're about to, we're going to announce it soon at CDCon that Red Hat is going to join as a corporate contributor, and they're going to work on a new back end for us, basically a new universal object reference repository for the back end, which will be interesting.
Ortelius, or you mean
Yeah.
Ortelius now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to work on adoption. That's our biggest gap, but we'll get there.
Yeah, yeah. Great. So I guess we can get started now. We have at least one more person here. See where we get today. Might not be here too long. So welcome everyone. This is the CDEvents vocabulary workgroup blah 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 meeting. Please sign up on the minutes. I can send it in the chat as well. And I should maybe share my screen, by the way. There we go. Okay. Let's arrange my windows. So as I said here before you came, I think, Evan, Andrea won't join today. He is not feeling good, I heard. So he won't be here, but we'll see what we can get without him. The 0.2 release is done. Just some announcement remaining. Andrea said he should announce it on Slack and on mailing lists and such things. And I think that's actually the only thing remaining. 0.2. So it's actually released on GitHub, but not visible yet on our mailing list and such. When it comes to 0.3, we can look at the roadmap there. We will go into some details later on. So this is the scope that is currently planned for 0.3, and we intend to release 0.3 in the end of this month, or at least before CDCon happens. Reason being that we would like to include, if we are able to, the connecting events issue, and also some software supply chain aspects, and hopefully test events as well. We'll see if we manage that. There are ongoing activities in all of these, so we'll see. Some SDK updates since last time. Version 0.2 was released for Golang SDK, obviously with the 0.2 version of CDEvents in it. And Andrea has provided now a generation tool in that SDK, which can actually be used to generate other SDKs as well with template files. There is information about that here. I'm not sure if there is any intention to use that generator for, say, Python or Java yet, but at least it is there and it could be tried out. Regarding the Python SDK, I don't know, Evan, do you have any updates there?
So the linter is working great for each commit and pull request. The linter runs. I am working right now on a GitHub actions automation for the release. So I created the Python PyProject TOML file, which basically, when you want to release it to the public, when you pull any dependencies, you have to have that outlines the metadata, and there's a version specific in that. So I'm trying to parse that and generate a release note for GitHub Actions, and then push that to why can I not think to the public space. I've made an account just using my personal account. So I'll start with that token, set all of that up, and so hopefully I'm having a little issue with pushing back the tag. I like to automate tagging. Manually, you have to set the version, and you can see it. It is the PyProject TOML. So I'm able to parse the specific piece. I just need to get that GitHub Actions working, and it's almost there. I've been having some fun. So line 3 is what I want. I'm going to add a anytime you open a pull request, you have to increment this manually. We'll copy that, create a a release on the right page of GitHub saying, hey, here's the new release, and then it should automatically push. And so having a lot of fun, but that's kind of where I'm stuck, getting that GitHub action just right, reading some other Python open source libraries, understand how they do it too.
Cool. Yeah. Did you consider any, by the way, to look into the generation of the SDK to generate it from using that Go tool, or do you just use the Eric?
I have not looked at the SDK generator a few lines above.
Yeah.
No, I have
So,
not. I'll happily look at it. It sounds cool.
Yeah, you can have a look at it. I'm not sure how valuable it is and so on, but it looks quite interesting at least. So there is these template files which can be then used per language. These are template files for Go, and there could be similar template files for other languages, as I understand it. So it's just, it happens that the generation tool generator is here now in the SDK Go, but it could be brought out to some other standalone repository. The generator is implemented in Go, but it doesn't need to generate Go code.
I would love to look at that. That looks so cool.
So it could be interesting to look at it. So then it's easier to update the SDK for a new version of CDEvents. So it will take the JSON files, I believe, the schema files, and generate output based on that.
Sure.
So have a look there. Were you at all involved in the Java SDK as well, Evan, or?
I have not. I did start a conversation. There was a pull request open to push the Java to the Maven public repository.
Right.
But we needed the awesome contributor asked for how to store the credentials. And so I made a post. We haven't had really any activity on where to store those credentials for the Maven public repository. It is, yep, that one. So I will follow up with that after I kind of finish the Python automation real quickly.
Right.
So
I
yeah,
know
that's
this was
kind of the
discussed
last-
some time ago, but there's no real update on this now.
yeah, I haven't heard any other major updates though. We wanted to get the credentials correctly set up and stored before proceeding.
Right. Yeah, I don't have much input, unfortunately, either. I'm not used to Java myself, really, at the moment, so a long time ago. I guess that's about the SDK updates. Then we have the testing events, and there is discussion ongoing in this pull request together with the Ole from TestCube. So there are discussions on this pull request and some comments back and forth. I know that Ole made some updates today, which I haven't yet reviewed, which I intend to do. And I also know that Andrea had some outstanding questions that might have been solved by now, but we'll see. So this could be quite close to being released or merged, but we don't know yet, really. Okay, then we break the agenda with some other tools integrations. Okay, that's fine. So here we just group the different integrations we know about that are in different tools, and mostly CDEvents, CDF tools, but also TestCube, for example, which is not a CDF project. There is not much updates that I'm aware of. I'm not sure if you're aware of any there, Evan, on the Jenkins integration, for example, or something.
It's actually going really well. My awesome teammate Rory has been working on the task listener piece for, we have the pipeline run, queued, finished, or completed. I always get that mixed up, and we've moved on to the next. Right now, it's honestly, I know it's internally all, I haven't had a chance to look at it, but we're looking to decorate, how you have that additional pipeline data. Looking to better decorate that, looking at the Jenkins classes to see, what can we pull in that would really give robust information for this. So it's coming along great.
Right, good. Are there any discussions on the legal department there for Fidelity to bring it open source, or how is that discussion going?
Yes, so it will be coming to open source. I think Jamie, our lead, already met with Andrea, what was it, a week ago? And so we'll be moving it to open source in, I believe, probably the beginning of May, if I heard. They first wanted to test it, get it like nice and clean, and then at that point in May, I think that's when they're going to do it. But yeah, it is going to be our lead Jer, who I think is on the board. He has already spoken with Jenkins, has gotten the approval from the Jenkins group. So all of that communication has already gone through. It's just wrapping things up and kind of getting that first release stable.
Cool. So yes, in time for CDCon then, it seems.
Yes.
Will be released. That's cool. Perfect. Is there any talk about this, by the way, on CDCon? Does anyone know?
Yes, I do believe there is an event, I've been told. I don't know. I just code and have fun. That's all organizational stuff that they figure out. And I'm like, so I've been told yes, but I have no other information.
Will you be there, Evan, on the CDCon?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I haven't been to
Great.
Vancouver, so I'm like, ooh, this will be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for CDCon too, but I love going different places. So yes, I will be.
And I guess you as well, Tracy, will be in CDCon, or?
I will be
will?
there. I'll be at CDCon, and I'll be there through the 11th. I'm staying for Open SSF days.
Okay. I won't join, unfortunately. It's too far to travel, and travel restrictions in Ericsson will hinder me from going. But I know Andrea is there. He's trying to be there.
He went last year.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm guessing he'll go.
Yeah, he should go. He should go. I think he said that last time. Good. Then connecting events. I just looked into this CDEvents page. I haven't made anything myself there recently, and I saw that in the history of the page it's not updated. So, but I guess you're aware of this, that we are working on adding to the protocol some way to reference between events, connect events together. There was a discussion with Ben a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago, I think, and he said he should start a pull request for it, but I haven't seen such yet. So, and I think Andrea was reaching out to him as well for that.
I believe you had to
So
get
I don't-
approval
Sorry?
from Apple. I believe you had to get approval from Apple to open that.
Yeah, I think he got that, and I think Andrea said
excellent.
that was accepted, and he should create a pull request, but so far I haven't seen any at least. So I think the approval was done.
Cool.
And that's the last item except for upcoming meetings. We can just mention that next Monday, at least in Sweden, there is a bank holiday on Monday, Easter Monday. So I won't join, but I heard Andrea will join. In the UK, there is no bank holiday. How is it in the US?
We
I don't think,
have
yeah,
a
there's no-
holiday.
I don't think we have a
Yeah.
holiday.
It's a bit strange. I mean, it's the day after Easter day, but we still have a bank holiday that day.
We
Some
don't
companies
celebrate
use-
Easter
Yeah.
as a holiday.
It used to be Good Friday, but that's kind of changed. I feel like that used to be more common, some companies, but I think over time, even that's not as.
We have bank holiday both Good Friday, this Friday now, and then also next Monday. So it's a long Easter weekend. Easter weekend.
That's awesome.
But then I guess we will have the meeting on April 10th anyway, because then hopefully some people will join there. I guess no one from Sweden, but it's mostly me and Ole from Sweden. Then the rest is from other places, I think. And then also Tuesday, April 18th. I think both me and Andrea will be on KubeCon that Tuesday in Europe, in Amsterdam. So we will probably not join. So we'll see. We can maybe have a chat on this on Slack and see if someone else will be willing to drive the meeting then or not. So we'll see that.
And we should try to do something at CDCon as a group for those of us who are there.
In CDEcon, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Do we know if we have any talks? Let me look.
I don't think not really CDEvent specific, except for Andrea having some update, I think.
Let me
But then we
look
might
here.
get something from Fidelity then on the Jenkins plugin with CDEvents. So that would be cool in CDEcon.
Looks like
But on
there's
KubeCon,
one. Let me
KubeCon
find
Europe,
it.
I don't think there is actually anything on CDEvents, unfortunately.
Yeah, Andrea's doing one, so he will definitely be there on adopting CDEvents and embracing interoperability.
Cool.
We probably should push that out and make sure people know about it. Let's see if I can't get Roxanne to do something. I know that she's pushing other stuff out, so maybe we can get Andrea's talk highlighted.
Yeah, that would be great.
And we're not planning on trying to hand out anything like we did last year, or do we want to look at
The
that
white paper or something like that. No, I don't think so. We will of course announce if we manage to get the 0.3 version out, we will announce that. Otherwise, we will talk about the 0.2 version, which we already have now. So some kind of blog post might be written for that, but I would doubt that we get out the white paper for it.
Okay. Because it looks to me like vocabulary is pretty close to being completed, right? I'd say it's 70–80%.
Yeah, I think the most core pieces are there, but I think we should still expect some like restructuring and maybe some renaming maybe. I mean, we haven't really aligned with the SIG interoperability vocabulary initiative either. The Rosetta Stone document, which they started to work on several years ago, actually. I'm not sure if there is any action going on there, if they are like looking into that more to align things, but I would not be too surprised if we would change some names of certain maybe events, but parameters at least in the events. before we reach the 1.0 version of CDEvents.
I think we need to do, I think we need to create some stir, and maybe we consider letting people know that our basically 1.0 version of our vocabulary is done. It's going to be a living document. It's never going to be really completed as new things get added and we start talking about other ways that we can use events.
Of
But
course.
I feel like we should have some kind of a press release or something, and that might be a way to do it. It's just, oops,
yeah, I think once we get to 1.0, we should not change too much after that. So we should be at least we should have some more POCs, I believe, and some more proof of concepts or implementation, seeing that it actually works in practice in some different scenarios, and that the names and the parameters make sense as well before we set 1.0, because then it will be harder to do non-backwards compatible changes to the protocol. But we shouldn't wait for too long, of course. Yeah. Anything else that we should bring up today? Great to see you, Evan, to have that energy and working with us here. That's cool. I like it.
Thanks. I'm just naturally a hyper person, and I'm getting sleep now that our 10-month-old is sleeping well. So sleep is great.
2 months, just? That's not too old anyway.
Yeah, he is 10 months. He's active and he does not like to sit. So we're also getting a workout from constantly having to hold him walking around. Like, we won't get to sit for a very long time.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. If nothing else, I guess we can close for today.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for joining, and talk to you next time.
Absolutely. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.